Is Virat Kohli really thinking of stepping away from Test cricket? According to reports, he's expressed to the BCCI his desire to quit red ball cricket. But why now? What does that mean for Indian cricket? And more importantly, is it actually the right time to take that call? Let's find out. Indian Test cricket is in a vulnerable state right now. Back-to-back series defeats against New Zealand and Australia have triggered a phase of uncertainty. With the team already in transition, some bold moves are always going to happen. One of those was somewhat expected: Rohit Sharma stepping down from Test cricket. There were whispers that selectors were considering dropping him, but before any of that became official, Rohit made the decision himself and walked away from the format. And just as that chapter was starting to close, a bigger shockwave hit. Reports from CricBuzz and Cricinfo now suggest that Virat Kohli is also contemplating stepping away from Test cricket. These sources are very credible, which makes this news all the more serious. But why now? And what led to this decision? It's no secret, Virat hasn't quite been at his best in Test cricket over the last few years. He's the kind of player fans expect to dominate every time he walks out to bat. But that hasn't been the case consistently. Take the recent Border Gavaskar Trophy for example. After his century in the first match in Perth, it looked like he was on track for a big series. Yes, the batting conditions had eased up when he was in the middle in the second innings, but the game awareness and taking the team out of trouble after the first innings disaster was what made it special. But what happened after that now? His vulnerability against the balls pitched outside the off stump was exposed and he repeatedly gave away his wicket in similar manner while chasing the ball. Apart from the 100, he scored just 90 runs in 8 innings. That is not something that you expect out of a player like him. You expect him to be a lot more disciplined while leaving the balls. So is this really the right time to step away? Honestly, I don't think so. Because if there's one player who knows how to bounce back from failure, it's Virat Kohli. More importantly, this young Indian team needs his presence, especially heading into a tough tour of England. Sure, players like Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Sarfaraz Khan are incredibly promising, but Kohli brings experience, solidity and leadership to the middle order, attributes that are irreplaceable in tough overseas conditions. Yes, English conditions could expose his off-stump issues even more, but when has Kohli ever backed out of a challenge? Since the Australia tour, Kohli has had a good run in the Champions Trophy and has done exceptionally well in the IPL so far. His performances in the other formats might actually help him do better in Test cricket. He's in a great headspace with his batting, and that can translate to him maintaining that discipline in England if he decides to stay up. It's never easy to maintain that when you're not getting enough runs and are not in the right headspace. Without Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, the Indian Test side will be heading straight into a full-blown transition phase. And not just any transition. This would be the start of a completely new era. Players like Gill are being looked at as potential captains, but let's be honest, Gill has very little experience leading at the highest level. Having someone like Virat in the side can take a lot of that pressure off and help ease the leadership handover. So in my opinion, this is not the right time for Virat to walk away from Test cricket. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Beyond Stumps. I'll catch you in the next one.